Alright, what is up, you guys? I'm here with a somewhat of a special request. Living on the Razor's Edge, Scott Hall story. This one I always credit to being one of the best designed DVDs they've ever come out with. This is a 3-disc set, and basically it's a documentary of the life of Scott Hall, or Razor Ramon, and then the match compilation after that. Just like your normal documentary. But we have a really amazing cover. This really the camera can't do it justice. Just beautiful. Really is. Good symmetrical value to it. And just great design, great coloring. Love it. So you have Scott Hall in the spine there. And it looks beautiful on the shelf too. This is one I'm always sure to display the spine of. So, on the back here, some more really cool artwork. You have the younger days of Scott Hall, and then his Razor Ramon, his championship runs there, and then some WCW. Total run time of 7 hours, TV 14 rating, and the year it was released was 2016. So let's open her up here. We have some screenshots here from his career. We have Bret Hart there. And something really interesting. You don't have the original WWF logo. They, instead of blurring it out or just completely deleting it, they replace it with just a regular W. I always thought that was interesting. Because usually, in the early 2000s, when they had WWF releases, well, more mid-2000s, like 2007, 8, they actually just blurred the logo. But this one, they actually just replaced it. I think they can actually use it now, if I'm correct. Alright, so, disc artwork, we have a young Scott Hall there, which is pretty cool. And then we have him and Shawn Michaels, him doing the Razor's Edge. And then we have Razor Ramon with a gold disc. So that's pretty cool. And that was his WCW days. And then we have kind of a later... It kind of looks like his past his WCW run, but I could be wrong. He just looks a little older there. Maybe early 2000s. But we have him in Stone Cold there. With the NWO trunks. Alright, so, as for the match listing itself, very nice artwork in the background there, coloring. We have disc 1, which is the entire documentary, which is about an hour, give or take. And then disc 2, we have debut vignettes. And then we get into the matches. Good number of matches on here. And we also have stories there too. If you want to pause it, you can. So we have Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling in 1984. American Starship versus Inferno 1 and 2. Scott Hall versus Michael P.S. Hayes. The $100,000 Battle Royal. In this corner with Scott Hall and Kurt Hennig versus the Long Riders. And then Clash of Champions, we have the Diamond Stud versus Tommy Rich. We have the Diamond Exchange versus Brian Lee and Chris Sullivan. Razor Ramon versus Paul Van Dale. Bret Hart versus Razor Ramon at the Royal Rumble. Razor Ramon versus The Kid, a very famous match on Raw. We have an Intercontinental Championship match against Shawn Michaels. A match with Rick the Model Martel. Another one with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 10. Repeat, but you kind of need that on here. So I'll let that one slide. We have Razor Ramon with Walter Payton versus Diesel with Shawn Michaels. We have matches against Jeff Jarrett, Goldust, The Outsiders versus Sting and Lex Luger, getting into WCW now. The Outsiders versus Harlem Heat. Scott Hall against Scott Steiner. Match with Chris Jericho. Match with Sting for the world title. And then we have the Outsiders versus Goldberg and Sid Vicious. Versus The Rock on SmackDown 2002. And then WrestleMania 18. Scott Hall versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, yeah, very nice. Like I said, very nice packaging here. And just, very well done DVD. I think this is underrated, honestly, for the year 2016. So, make sure all those are in. Close her up. And there we have it. We have Scott Hall, the 3-disc set, Living on the Razor's Edge. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the DVD Freak. Peace out.